As crazy as it sounds, college football returns this month, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about why I believe the Minnesota Golden Gophers will make the college football playoffs this season. Last year, Minnesota was 8-5, and in 3 of those 5 losses, they lost by 1 possession, including a 1-point loss to Penn State. They also beat multiple teams last year that people are high on this year, like the USC Trojans and Illinois. One of Minnesota's biggest strengths from last season was their defense. They had the 9th best scoring defense, allowing just 16.9 points per game last year, and they also allowed the 6th fewest yards per game, allowing just 298 yards per game. One of the biggest reasons their defense was so successful last season was because of safety Corey Parrish, who had 5 interceptions last year, which was tied for 4th most in the FBS last season. The Golden Gophers returned 6 other defensive starters from last year's team, and I expect their defense to have another really good season, and they will play a huge part in their success this year. One question mark I have for Minnesota this year is their quarterback play. Quarterback Max Brosmer graduated last season, and now they have Drake Lindsley, a quarterback who has just 5 career passing attempts. He was 4-5 for 50 yards and a touchdown last season. With him lacking experience, you don't know how he's going to perform, but one thing in Minnesota's advantage is they have one of the best running back duos in college football, and that can take some of the pressure off Lindsey. They have Darius Taylor, who was on Minnesota's team last season, and they have A.J. Turner, a transfer from Marshall. Last season with the Golden Gophers, Darius Taylor had 205 rushing attempts for 986 yards. He averaged 4.8 yards per carry and had 10 rushing touchdowns. He can also catch out of the backfield great as well, having 54 receptions for 350 receiving yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. He had a 143-yard performance against Wisconsin and a 144-yard performance against USC last season. And then there's A.J. Turner, the most underrated running back in college football from a year ago. Turner with the Thundering Herd had 104 attempts for 864 rushing yards, averaged a whopping 8.3 yards per carry, had 6 rushing touchdowns. He had 8 receptions for 68 yards and 2 receiving touchdowns. A.J. Turner led the country in yards per carry last season. Turner is a big play machine. Last season with Marshall, he had runs of 67, 69, 80, and 88 yards. Last year against Georgia State, he had 15 rushing attempts for 177 rushing yards, averaged nearly 12 yards per carry, and 3 rushing touchdowns in that game. I know some people would say that since he played against Marshall, he did not play against good competition. That is just simply not true. Last year against Virginia Tech, he had 6 attempts for 103 rushing yards. He averaged a whopping 17 yards per carry against the Virginia Tech Hokies. I think Darius Taylor and A.J. Turner are by far the most underrated running back duo in college football this year. And when you're looking at the Golden Gophers' schedule this season, they don't have an easy schedule, but they don't really have an extremely hard schedule either. They host Nebraska, they go on the road to Iowa, on the road to Oregon, and on the road to Ohio State. Those 4 games, in my opinion, are their hardest games on their schedule. Each time I'm looking at the Golden Gopher schedule, I keep looking at potentially 8 to 10 wins for Minnesota this year. And if Minnesota gets to 10 wins this season, I have a hard time seeing the College Football Playoff Committee keeping a 10-win Big Ten team out of the college football playoffs. With Minnesota's elite defense and a great running back duo with A.J. Turner and Darius Taylor and a manageable schedule, I think there's hope for a potential playoff-type season for the Minnesota Golden Gophers this season. Comment your thoughts and comment what you think Minnesota's record will be this year. That about does it for this video. If you're new to my channel or if you've seen my videos before, make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time on the Sports 2 Hines Show.